Hello, and welcome to episode 43 of my playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where I will not be using Charm or Intimidate dialogue options, and will not be using Paragon or Renegade interrupts. Right, there's nothing here. So we're going to continue with someone's loyalty mission, I suppose. Let's see here. I don't want to help Zaid quite yet, unless... Do we just want to do the help Tally one? Let's do help Tally. But before I do that, though, we're going to read some codex. Space combat. Combat endurance. Heat limits the length and intensity of ship-to-ship combat. Starships generate enormous heat when they fire higher energy weapons, perform maneuvering burns, and run on-board combat electronics. In combat, warships produce heat more quickly than they can disperse it. As heat builds within a vessel, the crewed spaces become increasingly uncomfortable. Before the heat reaches lethal levels, a ship must win or retreat by entering FTL. After an FTL run, the ship halts, shuts down non-essential systems, and activates the heat radiation gear. Combat endurance varies by ship design and by the battle's location. Battles in the deep cold of interstellar space can go on for some time. Engagements close to a star are brief. Since habitable worlds are usually close to a star, battles over them are frantic. General tactics. Shells lofted by surface navies crash back to Earth when their acceleration is overwhelmed by gravity and air resistance. In space, a projectile has unlimited range. It will keep moving until it hits something. Practical gunnery range is determined by the velocity of the attacker's ordnance and the maneuverability of the target. Beyond a certain range, a small ship's ability to dodge trumps a larger attacker's projectile speed. The longest ranged combat occurs between dreadnoughts, whose projectiles have the highest velocity but are the least maneuverable. The shortest range combat is between fighters, which have the slowest projectile velocities and the highest maneuverability. Opposing dreadnoughts open with a main gun artillery duel at extreme ranges of tens of thousands of kilometers. The fleets close, maintaining evasive lateral motion while keeping their bow guns facing the enemy. Fighters are launched and attempt to close to disruptor torpedo range. Cautious admirals weaken the enemy with ranged fire and fighter strikes before committing to close action. Aggressive commanders advance so cruisers and frigates can engage. At long range, the main guns of cruisers become useful. Friendly interceptors engage enemy fighters until the attackers enter the range of ship-based Guardian fire. Dreadnoughts fire from the rear, screened by smaller ships. Commanders must decide whether to commit to a general melee or retreat into FTL. At medium range, ships can use broadside guns. Fleets intermingle and it becomes difficult to retreat in order. Ships with damaged kinetic barriers are vulnerable to Wolfpack frigate flotillas that speed through the battle space. Only fighters and frigates enter close, knife fight ranges of 10 or fewer kilometers. Fighters loose their disruptor torpedoes, bringing down a ship's kinetic barriers and allowing it to be swarmed by frigates. Guardian lasers become viable weapons, swatting down fighters and boiling away warship armor. Neither dreadnoughts nor cruisers can use their main guns at close range. Laying the bow on a moving target becomes impossible. Superheated thruster exhaust becomes a hazard. I guess that's all I'll read for now. Alright. A fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million Quarians. The migrant fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarians' ships. Oh, I need to upgrade my armor because I bought new stuff. Well, I'll do it after. Oh, cancel. I want to cycle his appearance. Nah, I'll stick with this. Okay, who do I want to bring with me? I sort of want to go back and fix my armor. Hopefully I'll get another chance before. And I'll remember. I don't remember if I get to switch squad before the fighting begins. Who would be interesting to bring along? Don't think I've ever brought Jack before. Maybe I have, but let's bring her. Okay, I can get my tactical cloak up. Damage bonus is much better because I don't stay cloaked for long most of the time. Although sometimes it would be nice to have to be able to stay cloaked for longer if I'm like trying to run through and get to cover. I still think assassination cloak is probably better. Okay. Jack, there's nothing I can do with you. Tally, you're all good. I probably should have chosen the assault rifle when I got that new weapon skill because I always am running out of ammo.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Telly helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck. You should speak with Admiral Rand. She's waiting for you up ahead.
Well, I can't read. Can't get to the thing I need to read without reading a bunch of other stuff. So we'll just get to that later.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
If Talizora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted. Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Talizor is guilty.
Talizor of us, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaron Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Talizor of Asnima. Whatever we must call you legally.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you. This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kill us alive. The accused Talizor of As Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
As commander of the Normandy, I will speak for Tali Zora.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so. But I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
As you can see, Tali is as surprised as I am by news of a Geth attack.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile,
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admirals sound sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
We should never have let Cerberus onto the ship.
Call Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now, but resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, Stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty Board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haestrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Talizora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Han Gerrel and the cowardly Zal Chorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Talizora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Han Gerrel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zal Chorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shala Ran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shah Laran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Talizora and her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Are the judges that set on finding her guilty?
Anything involving the Geth is a live wire, Shepard. But there is still hope. And Girls greatly respects both you and Talizora for stopping Saren. Admiral Koresh sees the whole thing as a war crime and wants to convict. I have no idea what Admiral Zen wants. You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean room safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Rael was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
They shouldn't let that human speak for Tali Zora. It's not right.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Ran got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. So, you stole the Nima's best crew member. I suppose I'll allow it, given what you did to those Geth at the Citadel.
I take it you and Tali are acquainted.
All the old guard knows Tali. Rael brought her to Admiralty board meetings when she was a little girl.
It was one of the few times I got to see him.
Hey now. Your father didn't always show it, but he cared. He cares about you. You two were always too much alike to get along. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral, but it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize Tali as Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rael and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rael looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rael for you.
Could you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy. I'm impressed that you returned to face these charges.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rail Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali Zora is guilty.
Not all humans are bad, but this one is from Cerberus.
Tali Zora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Selai.
Get ready to fight. Go for the optics. Go for the optics.
Jack!
Got you. Got one.
There you go. Any ammo?
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
And you didn't think about that if it had to be able to be integrated into other technology, that maybe they were building Geth. You didn't think about that.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Now what's this?
Guess shield strength.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize... Oh, Keela. How many Gether networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system! They're up ahead.
Not working very well.
Go get him! Chatika, good girl!
This is not working at all.
Yes!
We locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
It's about to get fun. I'll destroy you! Want some more? Deploying combat mode. Got one. I'm taking you on! They're right ahead of us. This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance through reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
You'll reclaim your homeworld someday, Tali. If your father can't help you, I will.
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. We'd have to cannibalize our fleet to rebuild cities and infrastructure. It would take generations of gene therapy to readapt our immune system so we could live without suits again. We'd be adapting our entire culture. Again. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually worth it.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Jack, no!
Lost shield.
No! I died to an explosion. Did that miss? I keep missing.
I'll kill you all!
Tally, no!
You like that? I'm taking you all! Got one!
I am running low on ammo.
I'll kill you all! One down!
Oh no, we're gonna die again. Nah, I'm dead. I need more ammo! Is there any more ammo back here that I somehow missed? Probably not. No. Okay,
This should soften them up. They're all yours. I can do more.
no, I hate this.
here! Ha!
Oh, they're all dead. Okay, please give me some ammo. Please. There's some ammo. Not enough, though. There's some more. That's better.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rael Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rael Zora.
Oh, I guess maybe we're okay.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me to clean up your mess. You can't.
He was trying to help you, Tali. The only way he knew how. He didn't want to leave you.
Of course he did. Every time he went off to battle, every time he sent me away, it was all about what he wanted. I wanted a father who would take the sick leave time and let me see his face without a helmet in the way. Instead, I got orders. And this. And a panel of admirals who think I'm a traitor. Those were my father's gifts to me.
You also got his mind, and the best military training in the Quarian fleet.
You're right. I know what he'd do. Better than anyone. Maybe he had to know I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Daro Zen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Alright.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
It's only been a few hours.
The Quarian Marines lasted less than 5 minutes, Admiral. Call it.
With the honor I lost, I recommend posthumously exiling Tali Zora.
Bust it!
What?
It was agreed that Tali Zora would not be convicted if she were killed in action.
It was suggested, Admiral. I recall no agreement. To that end, I call...
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
We found nothing on the Alarai that we wish to submit as evidence.
Tali?
I have nothing to say.
Then, with no further testimony, I ask those rendering judgments to do so now.
That's sad. I was hoping I was going to be able to use the rally the crowd option, but it wasn't there.
Tali Zora, You are hereby found guilty of treason against the Quarian people and sentenced to exile. Shepard Vas Normandy, the fleet appreciates you taking the time to represent one of our people.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
Talizora Vas Normandy, you have 6 hours to leave. Would you like to request any personal possessions from the fleet?
No, thank you, Admiral. Everything I need is here.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Talizora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
Well, that's that. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
You sure you're okay with this?
It's not as though I'd be staying here if I hadn't been exiled. I just can't come back later. This is likely a suicide mission anyway, so what were the chances of that happening? I know what I'm leaving. I'm just not sure where I'm going.
Do you want to talk to anyone before we go? Or get anything?
We can say goodbye if you like. Honestly, I'm fine either way. And I'm not just saying that. This whole trial, the politics, my father, showed me where I'm supposed to be. On the Normandy. Helping you.
It sounds like your people are gearing up to attack the Geth. You don't wish you could stay and stop that?
I'm trying to save my people from the Reapers. It's not up to me whether they go to war with the Geth. I'm doing what I can. If they get themselves killed through their own stupidity, my conscience is clean.
Did I miss a dialogue option with Cal Rieger? I might have.
I'm glad to hear it, Talizora Vas Normandy. Let's go home.
Thank you, Captain.
I bet I missed the dialogue option that I was supposed to do to ask Cal Rieger to speak. And then I could have rallied the crowd. Oh well.
Thanks for doing what you could for her, Shepard.
I'm so sorry, Cal. Looks like we won't be working together again.
Would have helped if you'd used the evidence you found on the Alarai. But I'm guessing you had your reasons.
I didn't say anything about finding evidence, Cal.
Noticed that, ma'am.
Any idea what your next assignment's gonna be?
I'm gonna be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haystrom.
What's your take on the war? Are the Admirals gonna try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the Admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal. The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
Stay safe out there, Rieger.
You too, Shepard. Ma'am.
Cal, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
Shepard, Tali, I wish you strength in your exile. A pity you could find nothing of your father's research. It would have been helpful for all of us. You managed to complete the hearing without bringing up the war. I applaud your discretion.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only gonna make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
Hello again, Commander. Good luck, Tali.
At least Rael Zarda's hands were clean. What would have happened if he'd been involved?
What were you two thinking? Do you know how many favors I had to call in to get you onto the Alarai? I wore holes in my suit to get you that opportunity, and you pissed it away?
It was Tali's decision. I support it. She was considering the best interests of the fleet.
I don't give a fortune's ass about the fleet. I was trying to protect you, Tali.
I'm a big girl, Shala. You don't have to protect me any longer.
No. That's your job, Shepard. Do it well. Stay safe out there. Though you're exiled from our fleet, you're not from our hearts. Kill us alive.
She acted like she wanted to be exiled.
I'm so sorry, kid. I pushed as hard as I could.
It wasn't your fault, Admiral.
Why didn't you defend yourself? I know you found something on the Alarai. What was it?
Tally, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tally. Not that I have much choice. Fight well, and fly safe, kid. Your father would be proud of you.
Shepard, Tali, I'm sorry. You may not believe me, but I take no pleasure in this.
I understand, Admiral. The fleet comes first.
I wish you luck, Tali Zora. Be well.
We've lost a great man, and his daughter too. I knew Talizora was guilty.
At least the Alarai was retaken. That's something.
I can't believe you did this, Tali.
It's over, Captain. Let it go.
The crew of the Raya taught you better than this, Talizora. Get off my ship.
No messages for you, Commander. How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you. No messages for you, Commander.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. It's strange, but being exiled doesn't even bother me that much.
Aren't there any political cards you can play to get them to reconsider?
Nothing is final. Maybe something we find on the Collector homeworld will be worth my reinstatement. But if not, I don't have any regrets. I'm right where I want to be.
I'm glad you're okay. But it'll be harder once our mission against the Collectors is over.
I know. But I wasn't exiled for a lapse in judgment or a horrible mistake. I got exiled for the good of the fleet, and I never have to feel guilty about leaving the fleet to serve on the Normandy.
I just wanted to check in.
Thanks, Shepard. I'm really okay, but I appreciate you asking.
This mission takes me back. I knew this girl once, Asari. Good head on her shoulders. We had this whole thing going until she sold me out to the Blood Pack. Put a sour note on the relation.
Anything new?
Hey, Shepard. I'm really glad you got Tali out of trouble with the migrant fleet. It's hard to see her upset. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny laugh.
Access to life support is restricted.
Except I didn't really get her out of trouble with the migrant fleet. She got exiled. because I forgot. I missed talking to Cal, asking Cal to speak up in her defense. At least I assume that's why. There's no one else to speak to here. Garrus has reached the end of his tree, and I haven't done Miranda's loyalty mission yet. Okay, let's feed our fishes, read a couple of codex entries. Oh, my armor. Let's switch that out while I still and remember it here. Is that the thing I had? Headshot damage by 10%. If it's not what I had, that's what I should have, so let's see. Capacitor chest plate, Aegis vest. That's not something, that's a set. Problem is this full armor. I don't want full armor. I want... Okay, we'll stick with the capacitor chest plate. I thought I... There we go. Offhand ammo pack. There we go. Versus increased health. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. And legs. Alright, let's just do the life support webbing, I guess. I thought I had more things that increased my ammo capacity. Alright, speak to the hamster, and then codex. Planetary assaults. Planetary assaults are complicated if the target is a habitable garden world. The attackers cannot approach the defenders straight on. The Citadel Conventions prohibit the use of large kinetic impactors against habitable worlds. In a straight-on attack, any misses plow into the planet behind the defending fleet. If the defenders position themselves between the attackers and the planet, they can fire at will while the attacker risks hitting the planet. Successful assaults on garden worlds hinge upon up-to-date intelligence. Attackers need to determine where the enemy's defenses are, so they may approach from an angle that allows them to fire with no danger of collateral damage. Note, this is not necessary for hostile worlds. Once control of orbit has been lost, defensive garrisons disperse into the wilderness. An enemy with orbital superiority can bombard surface forces with impunity. The best option for defenders is to hide and to collect reconnaissance in anticipation of relief forces. Given the size of a planet, it is impractical to garrison entire conquered worlds. Fortunately, colonization efforts tend to focus on building up a dozen or fewer areas. Ground forces occupy the spaceports, industrial facilities, and major population centers. The wilderness is patrolled by unmanned aerial vehicles and satellite reconnaissance. If a defender unit is spotted, air mobile rapid deployment units and satellite artillery are used to pin down and destroy them. Dependent on light, sensors cannot detect objects moving at faster than light speeds. No ship can be detected at interstellar ranges. Detection at interplanetary ranges suffers from light speed lag. Observers see ships not where they appear to be, but where they were when the light bearing their image left them, minutes, hours, or days before. To counteract light speed lag, battle fleets surround themselves with spheres of screening and scouting frigates. Pursuers cannot detect ships and directly intercept them. Instead, pursuers track where objects were, where they were heading, and at what speed they were moving. Such data reliably predicts an object's future location and for pursuit along its light-lagged wake. Ships trying to evade pursuit follow erratic zigzag courses, requiring pursuers to make stops to update their projections. Okay. That's gonna do it for this episode. Oh wait, let me talk to Joker first. You might have something to say about Tally.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians, I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my See you, Commander.
Alright, now, that's going to do it for today's episode. Be sure to hit like on the video if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to keep up to date on future uploads.